all, welcome to Gravity Productions. In this video we'll show you how we make a basket using reeds plant, which is quite unique with its teardrop shape and varying uses. So let's get into the video.
The history of the bamboo reed industry of Kerala may be traced to the 14th century when the Arab traveller Ibn Battuta recorded the use of bamboo mats as sails on the Chinese ships at Coiled. The first step for making this basket is the harvesting of reeds plant. We will need the plants that are long and pliable. It is harvested during full moon to avoid the infestation of pests. This most utilitarian yet critical craft of weaving reed baskets and mats is practiced across Kerala, though the largest concentration of craftspeople is in Angamali, Thiruvananthapuram, Marinad in Ernakulam district and in Malappuram. The next step is to split the reed plant into narrow strips. It is quite different from other basket weaving techniques as it will be very tightly woven, so that there is only less amount of space between the weaves. It is done so because the main purpose of this basket is to carry rice. Reed is better suited for basket weaving than bamboo, as it is most long lasting and is much more malleable, so that it can be woven into any shape or form. The basketry of Kerala is largely made by the Christian communities of Ernakulam and Thrissur. Traditionally, however, it was the Parayas and Katakaras, literally forest people of Anapandan, a hillside near Thrissur, who undertook the making of cane and bamboo baskets using plain, 12 and occasionally the hexagonal weave. Reed is not used to make this form as it requires a bit more sturdier build. The wood used is from a tree called Alangium salvifolium. It is called Thondiparam in Malayalam. The measurement of it is from the base of the middle finger of the right hand to the elbow of the left hand. This is the standard measurement for this basket. The next step is to lay the form of the basket. The basic shape of the basket is like a teardrop. After this, the form is created by tying it with a wire into the shape of a teardrop. So for this basket weaving, the weaving begins from the center. At first, we see that we have to lay out the long strands that form the body of the basket. It all comes from the center. This becomes the outline or the basic spokes where the weaving will take place. So the skeleton for the basket is laid out. The next step is to start weaving. The weaving begins from the center and spreads out. We can see an arch forming from the center. They are then immersed in water to make it more pliable before it is weaved. The weaving process is a tedious process that takes a lot of time and effort. Madhavan is an artist who makes his life through making baskets. It has been a job that has been passed from generation to generation in his family. The Paraya caste and the basket weaving tradition started from the second son of Vararuji, a Brahmin from the times of Gupta Emperor Vikramaditya. Vararuji was a Brahmin of great spiritual accomplishment, but Vararuji married a lower caste woman. Their 12 children were abandoned at the spot where they were born. Pakanar is Vararuji's second son. He was brought up by a Paraya family. Pakana used to make a living by making reed baskets. He would make 10 a day. One he would sell to earn his living, and the rest he would give away as charity. The parts of a basket are the base, the side walls, and the rim. A basket may also have a lid, handle, or embellishments. Most baskets begin with the base. The base can either be woven with reed or wooden. A wooden base can come in many shapes to make a variety of shapes of baskets. The static pieces of the work are laid on first. In a round basket, they are referred to as spokes. In other shapes, they are called stakes or staves. Then the weavers are used to fill in the sides of a basket. Reed in botany is any of several species of large aquatic grasses, especially the 4 species constituting the genus Phragmites of the grass family. The common or water reed, Phragmites australis, occurs along the margins of lakes, fens, marshes, and streams from the Arctic to the tropics. It is a broadleaf grass about 1.5 to 5 meters tall with feathery clusters and stiff, smooth stems. Dried reed stems have been used for millennia as thatching, in basketry, for arrows and pens, and in musical instruments. They are harvested for their cellulose content. to solidify the rim of the basket. It is an intricate weave and is called Arnyana Kutta in Malayalam. A reed stand is woven into the rim. It is a continuous weave and is very intricate. It solidifies the rim and provides great grip for carrying the basket. The basket weaving community has been replaced by plastic baskets. Nowadays, a basket from reed can be sold for Rs 800. The main use of this basket is for carrying rice. Mr. Madhavan took about 12 hours for making this basket. The special quality of this basket is that it's very long lasting. It can last up to many decades. Weaving with rattan core, also known as reed, is one of the more popular techniques being practiced because it is easily available. It is pliable and when woven correctly, it is very sturdy. While traditional materials like oak, hickory, and willow might be hard to come by, reed is plentiful and can be cut into any size or shape that might be needed for a pattern. This includes flat reed, which is used for most square baskets, oval reed, which is used for many round baskets, and round reed, which is used to twine. Another advantage is that reed can also be dyed easily to look like oak and hickory. Oil is applied on reeds to make it flexible and long-lasting. It is also stored above the fireplace so that the heat makes it much more durable and gives the basket a darker shade. A mixture made out of cow dung and mud is applied on the basket to fill in the gaps in between the weaves. Reed is known as amma in Malayalam. It is found near riverbeds and fields. It helps prevent soil erosion and thus was deliberately planted along the sides of rivers. This basket is predominantly used as a tool for measuring and harvesting of rice. Nowadays, the basket use has been reduced to being a showpiece among the several agricultural implements of Kerala. As the epidemics outrun our developed technologies, let us remind ourselves to be cautious of nature. Use our time wisely to cultivate and conserve the resources of this world.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment and share.